These questions are on standard form. So let's look at question 1. Write the number of 0.000205 in standard form. Standard form, the numbers have to be written between 1 and 9, inclusive. So the decimal is here. We need to bring the decimal in between 2 and 0 so that the number becomes between these two numbers. So let's move the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. So it's going to be 2.05. We made the number 10 to the power 4 times bigger, so we need to put 10 to the power minus 4. Question B. 5.3123 times 10 to the power 2 as ordinary number. So to make it an ordinary number, what we will do is we will make it 10 to the power 2 times bigger, which is 100 times bigger. So you move the decimal 2 places to the right, so that become 531.23. Part C. Work out and write your answer in standard form. So what we're going to do is first we're going to multiply these two first, which is 5.3 times 6.7. Then we will do 10 to the power 9, same basis, so you can add the indices when it's multiplied, plus minus 4. 5.3 times 6.7 will give you 35.51 times 10 to the power 9 take away 4 is 5. We need to make it a standard form, so we need to make this 10 times smaller, so we are going to make this 10 times bigger. So the will be 3.551 times 10 to the power 6. Let's look at question 2. 7.412 times 10 to the power 6. So we need to make this 10 to the power 6 times bigger. We already have 3 decimal points there, so we need to put 3 more zeros there so that we can make the number 10 to the power 6 times bigger. So now if you move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so the ordinary number would be 7,412,000. Work out the value of 3.2 times 10 to the power 6 times 9 times 10 to the power minus 11. Same here. We're going to multiply this term this. So it's 3.2 times 9 times 10 to the power 6 times 10 to the power minus 11. 3.2 times 9 is 28.8 times same basis, so we can add them together, 6 plus minus 11. So that will become 28.8 times 10 to the power minus 5. This is not in standard form, so you're going to make it 10 times smaller, so we're going to make it 10 times bigger. So that will be 2.88 times 10 to the power minus 4. Next question is, write down the value of 1000 to the power 0. Any number to the power of 0 will be 1. So that the answer will be 1. Work out the value of 3.7 times 10 to the power 7 times 9.2 times 10 to the power 6. So again, same thing, 3.7 times 9.2 times 10 to the power 7 plus 6. So that will give you 34.04 times 10 to the power 13. We can make this 10 times smaller, so we're going to make it 10 times bigger. 3.404 times 10 to the power 14. Write 95 times 10 to the power 4 as an ordinary number. This is very simple. So 95 which we just have to put 4 zeros because we are making 10 to the power 4 times bigger. Write 0.0000246 in standard form. We need to bring the decimal between 2 and 4. So how many places we are going to move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So we made the number 10 to the power 6 times bigger. So we need to get to the ordinary number, we need to make it 10 to the power 6 times smaller. Work out the value of 1.2 times 10 to the power 9 divided by 3.3 times 10 to the power 2. Okay, so when you divide, you take away the powers. So 3.3 times 10 to the power 9 minus 2. So this gives you, it's a recurring decimal. So let's write a few of the digits, because times 10 to the power 7. This is not in standard form, so we make it 10 times bigger. We'll make this 10 times smaller. So that becomes 3.636 times 10 to the power 6. That is 3 decimal points. Question 5. A floppy disk can store 1,330,000 bytes of data. A hard disk can store 3.4 times 10 to the power 8 bytes of data. Work out the number of floppy disks to store 3.4 times 10 to the power 8 bytes of data. So what do we need to do here? We need to divide 3.4 times 10 to the power 8 divided by, let's write this in standard form, 1.33 times 10 to the power 6. Because if you put the decimal here, you need to move 6 places to the left. So 3.4 divided by 1.33 times 10 to the power 8 minus 6, because it's division. So that will give you 2.55639 times 10 to the power 6. We could round it up to 2 decimal place, 2.56 times 10 to the power 6. That's the 2 decimal place. Question 6. Write the following numbers in order of size. So let's make them to ordinary numbers. So this is 10 to the power 2 times bigger, so you move 2 places, that become 5.4. This is 10 to the power minus 2, so 10 to the power 2 times smaller, so it's be 0.54. This is 10 to the power 3 times smaller again, that will be 0.54. These two seem to be the same. This one 10 to the power 4 times smaller, so we need to move 4 places to the left, so it will be 0.123454. This one you make it 10 to the power 3 times smaller, so we have to make 3 places to the move, 0.0054. Now we can put the order. The smallest is this, second is this, third is basically both of them, they are the same. Both of them are third. This is the fourth one. Let's go to question 8. Question 8 is A is given, B is given, work out A squared B. So x is A squared B. 3.5 times 10 to the power 6 squared times 3 times 10 to the power 7. So that would be 3.5 times 3.5 times 10 to the power, you can multiply that, times 10 to the power 12 times 3 times 10 to the power 7. Put the numbers together first. 3.5 times 3.5 times 3 times 10 to the power 12 plus 7. So that will give you 36.75 times 10 to the power 19. This is not in standard form. Make the number 10 times smaller, make this 10 times bigger. So that will be 3.676 times 10 to the power 20. Question 9. A is given, B is given. Find the value of x. Going back to this question, you got 3 significant figures, so let's round it to 3 significant figures. That'll be 3.68 times 10 to the power 20. Right, question 9. X is 4.5 times 10 to the power 6 squared, 2 times 10 to the power 2 squared divided by 2 times 10 to the power 2. Okay, so that would be 4.5 squared times 2 squared times 10 to the power, that's multiplied 12 times multiply 10 to the power 4. So that will give you 4.5 squared times 2 squared. This will give you 81. 81 times 10 to the power 16 divided by 2 times 10 to the power 2. So we need to write this here as well. Let's try that. 2 times 10 to the power 2. So let's write the last part again. It's a bit messy, so let's write it as 4.5 squared times 2 squared times 10 to the power 12 times 10 to the power 4 over 2 times 10 to the power 2. So that gives you 81 times 10 to the power 16 divided by 2 times 10 to the power 2, which will give you 40.5 times 10 to the power, you bring that up, so you take away 10 to the power 16 minus 2, which is 40.5 times 10 to the power 14. We need to put it on standard form, and also we want to put it into 2 significant figures. To make the number 10 times smaller, make the 10 times bigger. That will be 4.05 times 10 to the power that would be 15. So we want to write in stand 2 significant figures would be 4.1 times 10 to the power 15. 2 significant figures. That's the end of the questions.